Okay, you guys, we made it here to Plaka Monastiraki, a little bit more in downtown. And I'm embarrassed to say, all the years I've been living and coming to Athens, I've never been to the temple of Hephaestion, and this is going to be my first time. I used to live here about 30 years ago. Now we're back on vacation, and we're going to see probably one of the most intact archaeological sites left from the period of antiquity, from 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, is the temple of Hephaestion. I think you guys can see it in the background right behind me. And yeah, it's actually amazing. Marble temple. Oh, you can see the Acropoli in the background as well, peeking through right there. And to tell you the truth, I've walked this road probably dozens of times at night, and it's quite embarrassing to say I have never seen the temple up close. Let's see if we have to pay entry or what's going on here. I see an entry. I see a nice bronze statue sculpture, but I got about 10% battery left. So let's make the most of it, and let's see the temple of Hephaestion here in Athena. And here is Theseus, the hero of the Iliad, if I'm not mistaken. The Odyssey would be Odyssea. Here's Theseus. So let's check out the temple. In classic fashion, I made it very last minute with no battery to spare. We have the temple of Hephaestion, who is the god of volcanoes and I believe the earth. The most intact Greek ruin from the age of antiquity. I believe upwards of 500 to 1000 BC, 3,500 years ago from the modern era. Let's go see what it looks like. Here we are right at the entrance. My ancestors built this place stone by stone, brick by brick. And what an epic monument it truly is. The most intact Greek sanctuary temple from the ancient period, the temple of Hephaestion. You can imagine what epic battles, epic tales took place here 3,000 years ago. Most likely was even a temple in further ancient antiquity, a sight to behold, truly one of the ancient wonders of the world. Just an example of how big these column stones are. They're each about 4 feet by 4 feet in width and diameter. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different columns. At the top, it would have been adorned by different marble statuary. And I'm just truly blown away by how colossal this is. And look at the size of the megalithic stones at the bottom and how perfectly they were able to put everything together 3,000 years ago. And here it is, Hephaestion. Here we can observe the back entrance where the hall where the statues of Hephaestion would have stood, and they would have made sacrifices and offerings. And even here you can see ancient motifs. You see the mountain in the background, Imitos. And you can still see satyrs and different characters from Greek mythology in the background, adorning the top. Truly, at its peak, it would have been one of the most ancient, beautiful sights to behold of the time. And just look at how well it's withstood time. 3,500 years, it still stands in all its glory, all of its marble. Here we have possibly some modern or ancient graffiti. You can see how good the stone casting work was, how you can't even fit a cardboard or a business card in.